Morning! Welcome to the Joey Show. I'm Joey Avery. We have a very special episode today. Every week is special. But today I come bearing a message. This might be a sign. This could be the universe. This could be the beautiful, blessed YouTube algorithm. God, Jah, Allah. Whatever does it for you. Your chakras, your horoscopes. Today I'm bringing you a message, okay? And that message is, I think you need to chill the fuck out. I hope I'm 7 seconds past with that F word or else I'll have to bleep it. But you need to chill. You need to lighten up. That is the purpose of this episode, and there's a reason why I'm doing it. It may seem out of step with some of the other episodes that we've done. Okay, we've had interviews. We do very frequently a highly topical program. This is, of course, where we broke the news last week of the assassination attempt. This is, of course, where we have covered the Boeing saga and exposed them. This is a place of hard-hitting journalism. But this week, we're taking a step back, and we're going to go into the realm of the personal. And no, not only because I'm currently dressed like a cult leader who wants to smash you, your wife, and anyone in your family. That's not the only reason why we're doing this. We are doing this because currently, this fine Thursday that you're listening to this, I am camping. And so we can't do a topical program. So I thought I would hit you with something that's been on my mind, something that I've been working on, because I think it's going to help. I think you need it. I think the universe, this shirt, and these linen pants have all conspired together to bring this to you. So it's time to chill the fuck out. Lighten up a little bit. Laugh at yourself. I think that's an important thing. I think we're missing some of it in today's society. Like I mentioned, right now, as we speak, I am not online. I am unplugged. I am camping as we speak. I'm out there. I have no idea what I'll be doing as you listen to this. I could be floating in a raft. I could be going for a hike. I might be bonding with a gecko or a reptile of some kind, even though I don't actually like the cold-blooded creatures because I think they're our natural enemies. But I will be in such a zen state that I will be fine with it at this time because I will have unplugged from society for a little bit, and I will be calming down. One of the things that I like about camping is very little of it because I don't like doing work. But no. I love being forced to get away from things. The feeling that I always get when I'm out there, when you actually take a second to look up at a star, is like, oh yeah, I'm a little bitch. And I mean that in a beautiful, beautiful, freeing sense. We spend so much time being like, I'm so caught up in like, I got to send this email. I got to crush this show. How's this clip doing? It's not doing well. Freaking out. You go out there, you look at a tree, you speak to it. It says, shut up, little bitch. I've been here 200 years, and I'm just posted. You need to calm down. It's a freeing feeling, knowing that you don't matter. It's very, very, very easy to forget. And that's one of the things that I think that comedy has taught me in kind of almost a dichotomy of ways. The ability to laugh at yourself. Here's what I think. Life is serious, and you have to take your life seriously, but you can never take yourself seriously or everyone will make fun of you. Because there's an equilibrium in the universe that if you're not making fun of yourself enough, other people have to do it. This happens. Okay, go to any like motivational Instagram post, look at the comment thread. It's people evening it out. Calm the fuck down. It's a good thing. And that's one of the things that I like about stand-up is it has taught me how to really care about something, how to put something at the absolute forefront of my life, how to work as hard as I possibly can to try and achieve a goal that at times feels impossible, that you're really just going to on the heels of belief. And all of that, the second that you start getting some success, you do something and you go, I need to calm down because I'm still a fucking goofball. It's fun. It's good. We all need to learn it. I can use comedy because that's my experience, but I have a feeling that you and your job and whatever you're doing can get a little caught up sometimes. Freaking out. Everyone's favorite thing to say. Everyone always goes, hey, how you doing? And it's like, I'm busy. I've been busy. I've been working on the railroad. Everyone is always so busy because we fetishize it, because it makes us feel important, because we want to feel important. We want to feel like everything that we're doing matters. And at the end of the day, we're all going to die. And that's lovely, actually. It's fine. It's the actual doing of it that's not that fun. Dying, I've always said, is the least chill item on my to-do list. Not looking forward to the process. But the fact that it's going to happen should contextualize things in a slightly better way. See, I've just spilled on my white pants. Here I am, trying to dress like a cult leader, sex criminal, and I have spilled an IPA that I rummaged out of an old cooler onto my pants. How could one take themselves seriously? It's an important thing, okay? And I don't know. I'd never read the book Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I read some of it. It was written kind of ridiculously, and I had a hard time getting over it. I assume it's what they're saying. This is not a new concept. I'm not pretending to blow your mind here. This is more just a timely reminder, because I guarantee you it's what I'm thinking about in this moment. And we can't do a topical program this week because I'm gone. I don't know what's happening right now, right? I am disconnected. I have not had internet at this point, as you're listening to this, for at least 4 days. That is a lifetime in the news cycle. I mean, for all I know, President Trump and President Biden could be riding the Sibian together instead of doing another debate. And one of them may die, may get drilled to death by the the elite dildo machine of early 2000s porn. This is in play. I'm not going to be able to cover it. So I can't do that. I have to come at you with a little bit of life philosophy. Chill the fuck out. You're not that important. I think this manifests itself very interestingly in the realm of comedy. Because what happens once you get very successful is you start taking yourself seriously, as you naturally would. I'm making millions of dollars. I'm not. But let's imagine I was. I'm making millions of dollars. I walk out on stage in front of thousands of people. This is good. This feels good. I feel important. I am the man. And the second that happens, it gets very hard to maintain your ability as a comedian to keep being what you're supposed to be, which is self-aware that you don't matter because you're a little baby back bitch. And that's a freeing concept. It should not be depressing. It should be de-stressing. When you look up, at the stars, some people get very romantic. They go, what does it all mean? Maybe the stars are telling me something. They're not telling you shit. You look at them, you take something out of it, but when you feel small, that should make you feel big because it means you get to decide what's important. Isn't that a beautiful concept? I know it's almost ridiculous to be preaching about some concept about not taking yourself seriously and then making it kind of a serious preach. I realize this entire episode is an exercise in hypocrisy. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck because right now I'm camping. I am probably, as we speak, 6 or 7, some light, yellow bellies deep. Coors Heavy. Do we drink that on the reg? Of course not. Gotta watch the Bell. Do we drink it while we're camping? Absolutely. It's a tradition. And traditions matter. Feel small. It will make you feel good. I have found a lot of freedom in reminding myself to laugh at myself. Because otherwise, life gets very, very stressful. Very intense. All the things you have to do. It's every day. It's things you have to do. And then the self-criticism. There's so much, sometimes you walk by a mirror and you see your body and you go, ugh. No thanks. Since when is that mine? Dude, when I was 20, I would walk by a mirror and I would just go, what, dude? Are we both going to come at the same time? Because that is a beautiful looking man. Now sometimes you look and you go, ugh, Daddy made some weird decisions. Did we need to go to Taco Bell at the end of the night? And sometimes you can look at that and it can make you feel like, God damn it, I fucking suck, don't I? That is a dangerous thought. Let me suggest an alternative path. When you start feeling that way, look at yourself and go, oh, the little fat boy making himself sad because he doesn't like how he looks even though it's completely based on his own decisions. Make fun of yourself. It's a nice thing. It's good for you. It's healthy. It's cathartic. You're not that important. That's what I mean. Maybe you already know that. Maybe you need a different podcast today. Maybe you actually need one of the guys who's like, "You're a fucking bitch. You gotta be better. You gotta be better." I'm saying it's okay. You gotta have fun. We're all gonna die, dude. You gotta have fun with it. It's a freeing concept. The idea that everything you're working on, the house that you hope to buy or did buy, your life's work, your project that you've been working on, the one relationship you're in that's maybe on the rocks that they're having trouble with, the fight that you're in with your friend, that none of that is gonna matter at some point. Is a freeing thought. But it has to be paired with the knowledge that life is important. These things are important. Working hard is important. You do have to fight and grind for the things you want. But that being said, even though life is important, you are not. That's I think the middle ground that I have found that works for me. So you try that on for size. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine. Go to someone who's going to tell you to wake up at 5 a.m. This shit matters. You only get one try. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be fine. I have found a lot of success in laughing at things. I think once I've actually found out how to not take I take my career seriously, I take my life seriously, and sometimes I take myself too seriously, and that's when I catch myself. You're just a little goofball. It's okay, brother. I think it was a turning point in my life when I first realized to not take myself too seriously. I remember I think I was in obviously my whole life I've been silly. Like if you look at home videos of me when I'm fucking 3 years old, I am a goofball. I got party hats on my tits. I'm sending it. I have chocolate on my face. I'm going, Google, ga, 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 ga. I'm having fun. I've always been a bit of a goof. But I remember when I felt the powerful effects of it. Okay, I think I was a sophomore in high school. And we would have these things called lip syncs. And it was basically like a dance competition. You picked a song, and then you went out, and you would all go lip sync it. And I was a sophomore. And when you're in high school, and you're a sophomore, boy shit howdy, that poontang well is running dry. It is hard to get a look. Okay, in 8th grade, you get a little time of day. You get to talk to the ladies. Okay, you get to fraternize every now and again when you're not showcasing feats of athleticism on the black top. Maybe balling out, dude. Lunch breaks used to be the best. Lunch break was the time. Lunch break in high school ended up sucking because you were just jockeying for position. Lunch break in high school, you're like, where are the hot girls? I got to talk to the hot girls. Am I with the cool people? I'm trying to do all this shit. That is horrible. You know what's great? Dropping bombs. Okay? Kickball. Boom. Sending one. Basketball. Are we running fives? Full court? Did we invent the game? We had a lacrosse phase. Lacrosse reached California when I was in 8th grade. I remember I would buy a nice little bag of French onion sun chips and a chocolate milk chug. Okay? I'd bring my lacrosse stick to school. We would go out there and we would just cradle the ball and throw it back and forth. I never played a second of lacrosse in my life. But boy, do I remember when it reached California. French onion sun chips and a milk chug is a dastardly device. I mean, how am I going to sit here and say it was hard to meet women when I had a nuclear reactor breath? I think I can still smell it from here in the future. That's vile behavior. But Lord knows I wasn't getting that close to the ladies. That's actually not true, dude. I used to French a chick in 6th grade in between classes. We figured out our class schedule. We would meet up and we would just tongue each other down. It was fucking electric. Fucking electric. But the point is, yeah, you can have that fun in middle school. And I did. I was focused. I was on AIM. I had my roster. Dude. You know, I was talking to gals. I talk about this on stage a little bit, but then you hit high school. Boy, does that dry up. And I was mad. You get mad. But there was a moment, there was a turning point. All freshman year, you're eating shit, braces, long hair, goofball, getting picked up, dropped off by mama. That's not good. That's not an easy way to slide in. And we had a lip sync, and we did Tearing Up Your Heart by NSYNC. We all know the song. But you don't know the power of the song until you have heard it slap on the big speakers. It's a layered tune. It's thick. It's delicious. You can sink your teeth into it. And when you have throngs of adoring fans, the way that we ended up having it, me and 5 fellas, we practiced our little tushies off. We made ourselves a dance, and we did Tearing Up My Heart, and we hit all the notes. And all of a sudden, start getting a little attention. You know why? Is it because of the raw sexuality of the dance moves? Because of the pure hip thrusting? The insane, unimaginable, unbelievable thrust where you're just, yeah. Was it the fact that it was world class? No, though it was. It's a side note. It was the fact that it was a little bit silly. The girl started to go, hey, there's some personality. They're having a laugh at themselves. And I realized even as a freshman, or a sophomore, even as an underclassman, even as a loser, if I could showcase, I wasn't a loser, let's be honest. If I could showcase a little bit of that pizzazz, a little bit of that personality, a little bit of that, I'm not taking myself too seriously, I might have something here. And that was a powerful moment, and I continued to lean into it because it's who I am. Some guys hit it different. Some guys, they get chicks that just like, ta. What is you doing, baby? Yeah. Those guys, just yeah. Just looking like, just fucking iced out, just like, yeah. Did you want table service, my girl? Did you want bottles, my girl? We pop bottles out here, my girl. It's different when you roll with us. It is different when you roll with us. You don't know guys like us. You've never been around guys like us. It's different. You want to go to the Hollywood Hills? You want to go to Zara? Well, Zara was probably a bad reference. I don't know. But some guys try to hit it that way. Some guys try to be like, oh, boy, I'm just slick. I'm just looking sick over here. Ha ha ha. I'm just looking sick over here. Ha ha ha. That's one way. That's a way to do it. That is a way to do it. Not for me, and not the purpose of this episode. The purpose is those guys are goofballs, and I find that those guys, for as much as they love women, you kind of hate them. They kind of hate them, I find. They get, because they get, they go from to like, let me see your fucking phone, bitch. And that's not really who you want. Okay? That's another good piece of advice. Don't take yourself too seriously. Be wary of people who do. Be wary of people who do, because they snap. It's a powerful tool, guys. It's a powerful tool. It's a very powerful tool. I've seen it used. Politicians use it. A politician who can have a sense of humor is powerful. It's powerful. Barack was funny. Barack had jokes. Trump has jokes. This is well-covered territory. Love him or hate him, the guy has jokes. He has a sense of how to make, honestly, silly things way more serious than they should be, and serious things kind of silly. He had a moment, he was speaking at the RNC, and he put up the chart that saved his life, mind you. Okay, this is the chart. He was sitting there looking, talking, and he looked up at the chart, and his head movement, people believe, is the thing that saved his life. That little bit of head movement is what caused the shooter to miss, aside from the fact that the shooter was a poor marksman, got kicked out of his rifle club in school, aside from the fact that the shooter claims he has a 10-inch hog, so if he even bricked slightly, that's going to throw you off. And aside from the fact that, as we discussed on the last episode, he was probably a little sexually frustrated, which that can cause you to shoot a little quick too. But the point is, that should be the name of the podcast. The point is, he was looking at the chart, and he looked at it. He's like, "It's a great chart. It's a beautiful chart. But he put it up there. It's the chart that saved his life, and he goes, I didn't really get much of a chance to look at it. Honestly, it's a beautiful chart. Look at that chart. And it fucking killed because he's talking about almost dying. And he's making a joke about what a beautiful chart. No one's ever said that. What a beautiful chart. And he's going, I didn't get so much of a chance to look at it, folks. It's a beautiful chart. I was like, okay. Funny. Powerful. Even some of the best spiritual leaders, the ones that really draw people in, a little humor, a little like, hey, if I want to tell you something serious, I'm going to tell you I'm not taking myself too seriously. You got to be careful about people who are charming, charismatic, but actually do take themselves seriously. That's the thing. You know, the Dalai Lama, he's funny sometimes. He can crack, he got jokes. He's got jokes. He's a fun guy. Licks kids. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't want to wade into that. I saw an article, but the humor can be disarming. So take a little bit of that into your life. It's a nice touch. It's a nice touch. You have to be able to laugh at yourself. I guess I could do this. I guess we could do this. I've often wanted to do this. I'm gonna have to try and pull something up. This is gonna be a bit of a deep pull, but it is entertaining. I got cut from my college baseball team. Okay, and that was kind of, when you're an athlete, you have to take yourself seriously. And my whole thing was like, I am a baseball player. Like, I'm a ball player. That's what I do. I went to college for it. It got me into UC San Diego. I took pictures with the local paper wearing he's a commit. He's going there. And it's what got me into school. And I cared about it deeply. God damn it. Oh, here we go. Okay, yes, I do have it. Holy shit, that's fucking crazy. This is hilarious. Oh, my Lord. Okay, folks. This is the story. I'm bearing the lead here. This is probably one of the most embarrassing emails I've ever sent. Okay? I thought I was going to be a baseball player. I went to UC San Diego to play baseball. I made a whole fucking thing about it because one of my best friends had gone to play football at Cal, and it was like, it's like being an athlete, college. It's all you care about. It's all you're going for. It's how I identified. I was captain of the team. We won league. I was like, fucking dude, let's go. Like, next level shit. Like, I may be short, but I'm making it to the league, baby. Took myself very seriously. And it led me to work hard, which matters. But then I get to campus. I'm a recruited walk-on. I assume that meant I'm there for the year. Come to find out, there are 16 total recruited walk-ons, and they only kept one. So you go through this month of tryouts. I mean, you're up at like 4:30. You're in the gym by 5 to 6. You go to class 8 to 10. You're at the ball yard from 11 to 4, and then you have night classes, and then you get like a tiny bit of sleep, and then you do it again. I mean, it is like a boot camp level life, and you're trying out for this team. And some guys know they're guaranteed, and other of us are just fighting for our lives. But I'm like, I believe in myself, dude. Anything is fucking possible. That's the mindset that got me there. It's the mindset that makes me think I can do comedy. It's a good mindset. I do have it, but it doesn't always mean it's true. So I get cut, and I'm like, what the living fuck? I'm like, I came all the way here. I'm embarrassed. I can't. I don't even want to tell my girlfriend at the time. I don't want to tell her parents. We've been going around. I don't want to tell my parents. We've been going around to dinner parties. It's my whole thing. It's my identity. I'm a ball player, dude. Fucking golden boy. We're playing. It's a good school. And then all of a sudden, it's over. I didn't know what to do. So I sent my coach an email around 8:39 p.m. on November 1st, 2009. Quite an email here. And the only reason I'm reading it is the purpose. This is what happened when I came crashing to the ground. Coach, no matter what this sounds like, I want to make sure you don't see this as me trying to kiss ass. I think I was mirroring him a little bit. I will read this more uninterrupted. No matter what this sounds like, I want to make sure you don't see this as me trying to kiss ass to get somewhere. That's really not my intent. I'm sending an email because I don't think I could really get my thoughts out over the phone or in a meeting, which would otherwise be a better way. I really do want to thank you for the opportunity to play here. I learned some really valuable things from those meetings and things that I really did take to heart and believe will help me in life. I fully understand the position you're in and how fucked you are. It's already a lot for your coach who just cut you. How fucked you are trying to squeeze 60 guys in a group of 35, and I know you're going to have to cut some guys that are going to be harder to let go of than I was. So I know I may not be getting a response tonight. In the next few days, I'm going to have to figure out my life and basically was wondering if there are any things I can do to be a part of the program and help out, even if it isn't as a player. I know that's probably something you may not usually offer to freshmen, but I haven't really got anything to lose, so I figured I'd ask. Just shoot my shot. This is where it gets fun. It'd be kind of a kick in the sack to do that, but I know if I stay around the game in whatever way, I'll come back next year and make the team. Plus, without practice, I need to figure something out, no matter how much I'd like to spend all day jacking it in my room. Parentheses, I have a single. Letting him know that I don't have roommates, so I'm not joking when I mean I could crank coach. I mean that. That is within my power and rights as an American. I know I had a month to try. Oh my God. I know I had a month to try out and I kind of shit the bed. I get that, and I can see why I got cut. But being completely honest, I know I am much better than some kids who are guaranteed to be on the team, and that's just how it goes, Jonah. I know I am good enough to be a starter. I didn't say that, but I know I'm good enough to be a starter here someday, and I'm a few mental adjustments away from being able to really play like I can. That's bullshit. That is actually the key to knowing when someone has reached the end of their capabilities. Like, I just got to tweak my fucking brain a little bit, and I'll be dialed. If I just tweak my brain a bit, I will be. That's how you know you've lost it. That's not how it works. You perform or you don't. But again, I'm shooting my shot with an email. Jacking it, dude. I have a coach. I have a single. I can spray. I can paint the walls beige. Unbelievable. I'm not saying that to kiss your ass. Anyway, let me know if there is some sort of opportunity there. If not, you could let me know a little bit more about the thought process and my getting cut in a way that would give me ideas of what to work on. That would really be helpful. Although I'd rather say fuck you right now. Thanks for everything. Good luck. Thanks, Joey. That's got to be one of the most interesting emails this man has ever read. And he responded promptly the next morning. Joe, interesting email. Let's find a time to sit down and talk more about this. This week is pretty busy, so let's find some time to talk next week. What day and time work best for you? That actually kind of worked. I remember him saying, yeah, Coach, yeah, I might have added that a little more this morning, but hey. And I don't have class until 5 on Mondays, just let me know. Stay enrolled, blah, 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 blah. I'm missing the one, because I remember him distinctly actually responding and say, he said something along the lines of I try to factor emotion in a lot during these, but that one was a little out of pocket. Why don't you go ahead and revise that, and we'll go from there. Anyway, he offered me a chance to be a laundry guy, and I was like, that's fucking, yeah. I was like, dude, I'm totally down. And then I went home for break, and I was like, yeah, turns out I'm not a bitch. And I'm not. So, anyhow, the funny thing about all this is again, making it fun. Making it fun, I think, even kind of helped. I remember having the meeting with the coach, and he was like, yeah, look, man, roster was squeezed this year, but I know that I could see all the guys liked you, and you're a good guy to have around. So if you want to, great. And I ended up not doing it. And then the fact that I ended up not doing it, I had an offer to go play at a community college. I ended up turning it down to stay. I thought I was going to come back. I didn't. That led to a chain of things that allowed me to end up starting stand-up comedy and meeting my wife. So it was worth it. It was worth it. The main thing that did actually was it kind of broke me, and it made me realize that I had to get rid of my identity and stop taking myself so seriously. I'm not hotshot baseball player. I'm guy who got fucking cut. Who am I going to be now? I had a shaved head. I was doing P90X. Girlfriend at the time ended up breaking up with me. I was like, fucking who am I? Unbelievable. But it all led to where we are now. The pinnacle of success. Sitting near a ditch at your parents' house in a ridiculous shirt, giving people advice. That being said, the advice is very good. The advice is very good. Humor really is a thing that can there's a story here. I don't know if I want to tell it. It's a little bit personal, but it is not. I guess fuck it, we'll do it. Yeah, my dad had some health things. He had like a heart attack ordeal, and he was in the hospital for a very long period of time. I'm going to keep this short. Maybe I'll talk about this more at some time. I don't have a lot of clarity on the whole thing, whole situation, but there's a tidbit here that I think is useful. He's in there. He's in the hospital. He's hooked up to all these tubes. He's been there for a long time. He's like, get me the fuck out of here. I'm going to lose my mind. Understandably so. And my brother, being very sweet, was just like, hey, man, it's a process. And it's good advice. That's what life is. Anything is. You're starting something. It's hard. A lot of people ask me for stand-up advice. I say, just get going. They're like, I can't. The shows suck. I go, that's it. It's a process. You got to start. You got to be patient. It's very important. Eventually, my brother keeps telling him that. And my dad, narrowly evading death, not feeling well, is looking at me and he goes, tell him if he says it's a process one more time, I'm gonna kill both of us right now. It's a very funny moment. So he proceeds after that to end up having a stroke, which I witnessed, and things get worse for a long period of time. It's a very intense period of time. For a while, his brain's not working right. It's kind of come back online. And finally, when he's like able to speak again, we're looking, and I'm like, hey, it's just like, you just got to be patient, got to do whatever. And like one of the first things he could say when his words were working again is he just looked at me like laughing, tears in his eyes, and he's like, it's a process. And we all just started laughing. Okay, because it was the one thing that was kind of tied to, the concept was serious, but the joke was there. The humor was there. It was like, I am feeling so poorly. I am close to not making it, and I just want to take this moment to fucking dunk on your brother real quick. And we would all laugh. My brother laughed, and we all thought it was funny, and it allowed us a little moment of respite to not take the situation, to not take ourselves, to not take even a very scary health problem too seriously. And I believe that helped get us through. So, kind of a rambling episode here, and a lot of tiebacks to one simple concept, and a concept that you probably know, but hopefully a mildly helpful reminder for you on this Thursday when I am vibing in a lake, not taking anything too seriously, pounding brouhahas. The only thing I will take seriously over the next week is cornhole, which does mean a lot to me. Okay, and I'm not talking about, it's not a sex thing. I'm talking about the drinking game. Okay, bags, you throw it in the hole. It's very important. That sort of stuff, like that's where I'm like, I don't take myself too seriously. I take drinking games very seriously. That matters. You will not best me. You will not best me in a game of fun. You will not best me in any sort of skill challenge, unless, of course, it is playing baseball at the University of California, San Diego, which sent me back to my single, hat and cock in hand, ready to jerk it all day. It's a good thing they didn't invite me to do laundry. It's a good thing they didn't invite me to do laundry, okay? Because those jerseys might have had some stains, boys. Am I right? Okay, that's a lot. Well, this has been fun. I hope it's a decent reminder. I just hope, if this podcast can do anything, it is of course to educate you, entertain you, make you feel good, but maybe a light little reminder today. Take it easy. Take it easy. If you've been working too hard, I support the grind. I'm a big proponent of the grind. I take my career very seriously. I'm making I review every inch of footage. I review every piece of potential good crowd work. I send it to people. I solicit opinions. I've got spreadsheets on spreadsheets. I'm a fucking lunatic. But sometimes it's time to stop the grind. That might be today for you. Maybe today's happy hour day. With a friend, without a friend. Only you know. If you've been being a lazy piece of shit, get to it. Get to it. But don't be so mad at yourself about it. Don't take yourself too seriously. If it is time for a little break, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a nice time. This has been The Joey Show, reminding you, chill the fuck out, baby. All right? It's almost the weekend. You have yourselves a lovely one. It is summer, okay? You're somewhere. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's not too hot. A few more years before we all burn up, but that's okay. It's going to be fine. Come see me live. Check it out, joeyavery.com/live. Bunch of dates coming up. We have a bunch that are going to come online here soon. I don't know when this drops. I think we just added, what is live is Belmore, New York. Who the fuck knows what that is? And Houston, the return to Riot Comedy Club. And we had a riot last time. Got Austin before that Houston date. I don't think that's live, so whatever. Might be breaking some news here for the loyal aficionados. But as always, I really appreciate you spending time here. This is a small but elite community of potentially like-minded individuals who just want to have a nice time. And a nice time I hope we had, and I hope you have one tonight. I love you very much. This has been The Joey Show. I will see you next week.
Thank God I have a podcast.